dzisiejszym odcinku do Mamira. Chciałem przeprosić za poprzedni odcinek, ale no niestety jakimś cudem, nie wiem jakim prawem, w ustawieniach zamiast mojego mikrofonu ustawiła się opcja, że nie podłączone bądź nie wykrywa. I nie wiem z jakiej przyczyny, no ale tak wyszło, więc bardzo chciałbym za to przeprosić. Dobrze, teraz możemy już przechodzić, także... Okej, z Filomeną mieliśmy pogadać ostatnio.
Oh, wonderful! You've got the pieces of the portal! Now we can restore access to the Grand Plaza. You must go and repair it now with the pieces you recovered. It should be easy to do.
You replace the missing pieces of the broken portal.
Ale fajnie się zrobił.
A stellar job! No pun intended. I hate to send you packing when you just got here, but those are needed to open the stellarium. Go and speak to Thornton Lewis in the District of the Stars. He'll be ever so grateful to see you.
Job.
Oh dear, who are you? You must be barking mad to come down here.
Oczywiście, że mam coś z głową.
It's a madhouse down here, to be certain. It's the sharks that are causing most of the trouble. They call themselves the Piscean Guard, and they claim to serve the Crustacean Empire, whatever that is. They've prevented us from our main work, surveying the region and learning what we can about Celestian culture. I assume you're here to rescue us and to learn about the Celestian schools of magic. Stars, moon, and sun, right? If you want to rediscover the secrets of Celestian magic, then you must become one of us, an explorer. First lesson, observation. Based on where it stands, that broken monolith is undoubtedly the key to entering the area beyond. Would you be so kind as to go and survey that monolith and return here with your findings?
The monolith is ancient, but upon closer examination, the broken edges look fairly fresh.
Dobra, czyli widać, że ktoś nie chciał, żebyśmy tam weszli. I bardzo ładna gwiazdka na tym monolicie.
How interesting! A great deal of what explorers do is collect pieces of rubble and try to rebuild broken artifacts. You see, the Celestians were very big on building secret meaning into their architecture and decor, even their city layout. You can read a lot about a culture from how they build their walls, floors, and ceilings. Messages hidden everywhere. That said, if the monolith has recently been broken, then it is likely the work of the sharks of the Piscean Guard. They are crude vandals, always chopping at the Celestian artifacts and architecture, using pieces of stone for currency. Sometimes being an explorer is investigation, and sometimes it's throwing a bit of muscle around. Could you go and recover some of the pieces of the broken monolith from the Piscean Guard?
Dobrze. Ale nim tutaj skończymy, to jeszcze chciałbym jedną taką fajną rzecz zerknąć. Bo pamiętam, że gdzieś, nie wiem do końca gdzie konkretnie, ale chyba gdzieś nawet tu. Chociaż może niekoniecznie to. Powinna być jedna z salamandr, ale chyba to jednak nie tu. W każdym bądź razie gdzieś w tej lokacji jest salamandra. Dobra, mam tych rekinów, stróżów, pływaków pokonać, no to... No to sił, że tak to ujmę. Ach, ta harmonia będzie lekko problematyczna, ale damy radę sobie. Dobra, już mamy obszar, także fajnie. Dobrze ci tak. Cokolwiek chciałeś rzucić, dobrze, że klapłeś. No dobrze, to widzimy się za chwilę. Dobrze, akurat druga walka. Dobra, tutaj mamy w ekwipunku te takie zestawy setowe. Zobaczmy w ogóle odnośnie tego zestawu. Życie, krytyk, ale to... I tak mamy lepsze z wodociągu, więc to możemy pozjadać. Już to powinno sprzedać.
Great work! I think you got all the missing pieces. Lesson 2. Restoration, or rebuilding that which was broken. We'll first need something to fuse the pieces together. The stellar protectors were made by the Celestians, and they're still up and running after... They're just suits of metal animated by power motes within their bodies, guided by who knows what. The power motes should provide enough energy to fuse the piece of the broken monolith together. Could you go and collect a few power motes from inactive stellar protectors? No need to damage an active one. Though our mission is exploration, not conquest, it's become clear that the Pisceans don't respect us. It makes sense to me that we need a sign of strength to show those Pisceans what stuff we're made of. Can you defeat a number each of Piscean guards, Piscean troopers, Piscean centurions, and Piscean soldiers? That should cause them to rethink their meddling with the expedition.
O Jezu, toż sobie gościu wybrał misję. No dobra. Co, mogę znowu zatrzymać, bo z tym już walczyliśmy, więc widzimy się za chwilę, jak już wybijemy ich tam, powiem, te dwie walki. Chodź sobie gościu wybrał. No dobra, zakończyliśmy tutaj ich. Teraz idziemy po kolejnych spostrzelców. Dobra, ze strzelcami jeszcze plus minus chyba nie walczyliśmy, więc zawalczymy. No. Nie powiem, że nie, ale to trochę potrwa. Tak wszystkie rodzaje tych rekinów w tej strefie objechać. No. No musiało klapnąć, musiało, no. Ja chyba... Oj, nie wiem. No trudno, najwyżej różdżkami się podobija. I tak będę mógł strzelić. No dobra, to co? Oj, oj, oj. To widzimy się za chwileczkę. No dobrze, kolejny padli już. Archiwum astralne. Archiwista. Co ty tu, kochany, sprzedajesz? O, widzę, że różności przeróżne. O nie, oni są z lodu. Mam jeszcze dwie, to dobrze. Znaczy jedno mamy, no. Och, ci żołnierze. Tak, więcej tych tarcz dajcie, no. No dobrze, to co? Widzimy się znowu, jak zabiję kolejnych. No dobrze, to już pokonaliśmy, więc lecimy po kolejną część. Nie jestem pewien, gdzie dokładnie tutaj było. O! Tu jest. Peronowa salamandra z Dzielnicy Gwiazd. No już znalazłem to, co chciałem. I teraz centurionów pływaków mamy. Są jakieś... rzeczy... O, czekaj. Centurion, tak? No nie pykło, no halo. Co tam się stało? Centurion i strzelec, no dobra. To nie miało tak wyglądać, no ale jak już tak jest, no to niech będzie, to nie? No dobra, obijamy ich. No dobra, jest jeden, już tylko dwóch i kończymy te rekiny, mój ty święty. Dobrze, udało się wreszcie. Wszystkie rekiny.
Excellent work! I'm sure they'll think twice before meddling with us again.
No drugi raz to lepiej nie dawaj mi takiej misji, gość. Dobra. Dobrze, to nieaktywni protektorzy. Tutaj z tyłu chyba był. Nie, w sensie nie tu, tylko tu z tyłu, no.
Those should do the trick. These power motes must be treated with extreme heat before we can use them to repair the broken monolith. Where will we get that kind of heat, I wonder? Blimey! I've got it! The Star Forge! It's still burning after all this time, and it'll serve perfectly. Take those power motes to the Star Forge and bathe them in the flames. Be careful, that's incredible power at play.
You treat the power motes within the Star Forge. In short order, they're ready for use.
Dobra, Alojzy, chodź tu.
Those should do perfectly. I've reassembled the pieces of the broken monolith, but the translation is a bit of a bother, sad to say. Could you do us both a favor and go into the Astral Archive and seek out the knowledge we need? Speak to the archivist there. It's sort of a talking library catalog that will tell you what you need to know.
Proszę szybko. Ale ładny monolicik. Piękny. Dobra, koniec podziwiania, teraz do archiwisty trzeba. A archiwista był... Dobra, tutaj. Okej. Teraz będziemy mogli porozmawiać z nim.
I am the Archivist, a construct to aid research in the Astral Archive. Based on the nature of your request, I have prepared courses of instruction at 3 different preceptor stations. The stations are devoted to contrivances, conflict, and configurations. You may utilize them in any order you wish.
Okej. Skorzystać z dowolnej kolejności, więc korzystamy sobie z tego najbliższego.
Though the people of Celestia exist in harmony with the universe, the other worlds of the spiral are not so enlightened. Celestia's magic touches the very spiral itself, and for this reason it is coveted by many. To mount a proper defense, Celestia must understand conflict in all forms.
The preceptor has a great deal to say about all manner of conflict, from wars to magic duels. Eventually, the lesson ends.
Celestia's greatest achievement is its mastery of astral magic, conjuring power from the stars, the moon, and the sun. Celestian magic is intrinsically tied to an understanding of astral configurations, or
The lesson continues for quite a while, teaching you about the nature of the worlds of the spiral, the stars, and the sun. So much to learn. And then the lesson ends.
Jeszcze perceptor wynalazczości, okej.
Among the greatest of Celestia's achievements is the creation of magic artifacts, or contrivances. These contrivances are essential to Celestian life and are marvels of crafting and enchantment.
This goes on for a while. All manner of schematics, plans, and diagrams flash before your eyes until at last the lesson ends.
You look like you've been hitting the books. Did you learn anything?
Jak to ktoś powiedział? Wyniosę z tego jedynie wodę. Bo jesteśmy w Celestii, Dobra, nieważne.
Now that you've a working knowledge of Celestian, we can determine how the broken monolith relates to the surroundings. Understanding context is vitally important. We must know not only how something works, but what it means in the big picture. The broken monolith has many markings very similar to those in the chantry and may be significant. Could you go and survey the chantry to see what might be learned of the area? Return here with what you've learned.
A, to już byliśmy, ta układanka. Ten dźwięk. Kaplica. O, to coś jest dobre.
You examine the observatory, using the powers of observation Mr. Lewis taught you. The mosaic on the floor appears important. Based on the architectural emphasis, the mosaic is clearly the key to understanding the secret message. Unfortunately, it looks like many of the mosaic plates are missing. If they were there, the meaning would be clear.
To jest moczostan, na pewno. To jest krokotopia. To jest muchong. A to spirala ogólnie. Jeszcze brakujące odłamki, okej.
So, what did you learn? You say someone stole the shiniest and brightest plates of the mosaic? Given what we know about the sharks, they're likely the culprits. I think you know what to do. Go and thrash some of those Piscean troopers until you recover the missing pieces. Be sure to look around the rest of the chantry as well. Those sharks will often hide things from their rivals. So, you're a wizard, eh? I expect that you've got sharp wits and the ability to draw and write, correct? Could you take this paper and stylus and go into the chantry and copy the chart of the grand spiral? I've tried several times myself, but I'm not much of an artist. Thanks!
Dobra, coś jeszcze? No to ja bym już zakończył na ten moment, także wystarczy powiedzieć, ciąg dalszy nastąpi.